Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. I went live and I told you guys some of the information that was on this Surviving Lies Facebook page before it was shut down, but I immediately got sent the link to Daytime Tea Time's video because in my live where I was covering this, I just showed you guys what they were saying and the accusations that they made about the woman being coerced and about how Jocelyn Savage's family were telling the woman, like, you know what I'm saying, what to do and things like that. But I didn't have the video proof of it. I had in my video when I covered it, I had the audio of her daughter talking to her ex-boyfriend and him exposing the mother for being a liar because the daughter was saying how, you know, stuff was a lie and things like that. But the missing link was the actual visual for you guys to visually see. So I'm going to share a part of Daytime Tea Time's video. I'm not going to share all of it. So if you guys want to see the full thing, definitely go to her video. She put together a really good video for you guys. I'm just going to show you guys a quick snippet of the visual portion of it where you can see that she's being told what to do in the video. So as you guys know, like I reported, if you watch my other live, Asante is one of the members who was in the docuseries of this alleged sex cult. So she talked about how she had to leave and how she was in the situation. She is the woman with the pink shirt, and she is the one she was in episode 6 of the series. So there was audio that was released and that was placed on TMZ that was captured and posted on YouTube back in September of 2018. And there was other audio back in May 18 that proved that there was some things that she may have fabricated and things like that. So before I show you guys the audio again, in case you missed my other video, I'm going to show you the visual proof that Daytime Tea Time posted where the family was telling her what to say. So on this footage right here, the girl with the braids is Asante, and then the circle right there is Jocelyn Savage's father. And so it is alleged that the father is feeding her lines and telling her what to say to pretty much set up R. Kelly in this whole plan to extort him for money or whatever. Okay, so on the Surviving Lies page, it had her record on there, and it had this little bit to say about who she was as a person and everything like that, and how she came together with the Savages to come up with this plan. This is all on the Facebook page that has now been taken down, but as you can see, she has been arrested several times on the bottom, and then on the top is showing how she did end up linking up with R. Kelly, but they're alleging that this family, Jocelyn's family, is who put her up to it. So I'm going to read what they said, and then I'm going to show y'all Daytime Tea Time's clip. So it says, the Savages had a plan to coerce R. Kelly into producing their daughter Jocelyn's record and to use his likeness to promote their family business of adult sex toys and exotic lingerie stores. After they learned their daughter would not be going along with their plans, seeking a revenge, the Savages, using their underground affiliates, connected with Asante McGee, a lifelong criminal who had been arrested and convicted of several crimes like extortion, stalking, shoplifting, etc. The Savages conspired to have Asante infiltrate R. Kelly's camp to find potential compromising evidence that could be used to extort him later. Their plans were spoiled when Asante became a part of R. Kelly's entourage and became attached to his lifestyle. Eventually, R. Kelly fired her for stealing. And below it shows all of the different charges that she had. In 2012, she was arrested, according to this, was for obstruction. And then again for harassment, for shoplifting, for stalking in 2006. And 2003 for extortion. I have not pulled up her records myself, but these look like mugshots to me, and this site is saying that that's what she was arrested for. Then, you know, hey, I guess. Let me pull up Daytime Tea Time's video where she shows the Savages, well, the father feeding her lines on what to say in the press conference about R. Kelly, which would make it appear that she isn't a real victim and that she is possibly a liar. So let me show you guys that. So right there is Asante with the braids, and you can see the Jocelyn's father circled in the red. Daytime Tea Time, did a really good job at pointing out, him feeding her the lines and everything like that. So I'm going to play a little bit of it for you guys. So here it goes.
And then Jocelyn Savage's father goes, yes. And then Asante says, yes. She literally copies what he tells her to say. And
right. So Daytime Tea Time has pointed out how he is shown telling her what to say. So here is a little snippet and excerpt of that.
Then the reporter asks, how did you meet him? And then she goes, and then Jocelyn Savage's father steps in because he knows she don't know what she's supposed to say next.
I was always at the main location. So then she shows the actual video so that you can see it for yourself how it all went down. So here it goes.
Location. And it's not, I really don't know the address offhand, but it's another location that's not far from this home.
How long did you know our Kelly?
3 years. Yes.
How long did you know our Kelly?
3 years. Yes.
How long did you know our Kelly?
So you can see when they ask her the question, his mouth is moving, and then she responds with what he says. And that's how the press conference is ran. I mean, it looks kind of suspect if you ask me. And Daytime Tea Time did her thing at pointing this out.
3 years. Yes.
How'd you meet him?
We're gonna step in for a minute.
And so after that, he steps in and takes over. And before the Surviving Lives Facebook page could pull up more receipts on her, it was taken down. So I'm sure a lot of disgruntled people reported the page and made sure that it got taken down, because when TMZ reported it, they said that it was R. Kelly's team who was responsible for the page. But before it got taken down, there was a post that was on the page that said that they were not linked to R. Kelly and that they were just R. Kelly's fans, pointing out the obvious that Lifetime should have pretty much picked up on, because these videos were posted way last year before this docuseries ever aired. So let me play for you guys a little bit of the clips of the daughter talking to Asante's boyfriend, if you did not see my other live, and you can see how the daughter was pretty much saying, like my mom was lying, and the guy is trying to, record to get the tea so that he could expose the situation. I don't know if she got a bag and didn't share no money with him, so he wanted to get her back and expose that she lying on R. Kelly. I don't know how this, backdoors, stuff go, but I assume that's probably something that happened. He got mad at her for something and wanted to expose her. So then he talked to the daughter, had it on record, and got her talking about her mama. So here is that information, and this was posted under that Facebook page, but TMZ put it on their page as well, so I'm able to, share it with y'all real quick. Okay, so as you guys can see, it says, conversation between Asante McGee's ex-boyfriend and her daughter, May 2018. So this was all the way in May that this was put up, and I guess Lifetime didn't really do their research, or maybe they felt like it wasn't enough to prove that she was lying. I don't know. But here it is.
Why she stopped fucking with him?
I don't know.
So that's some interesting shit, because y'all mama didn't tell me that shit was like, I ain't gonna lie, she was like, she was telling me they were having fun, but she was saying shit like, oh, y'all had a nanny, and she was saying R. Kelly will get y'all a nanny and shit.
I was the nanny.
Tell that nigga, where your check at? You need a check.
So I guess she had other kids, and this daughter was saying that she was the nanny, that she was watching the mama kids while she was out hanging with R. Kelly. I guess that's what she's saying.
That's why all my friends would be like, Tia, you raising kids. Like, those are your kids. And that's why I say all the time, like, don't get on my kids. Like, what?
Yeah.
Clearly, the mama wanted to live a life and leave the responsibility on her child. But you know.
I took care of them.
See, I didn't know why you were saying that.
Yeah.
Damn, your mama coming
She
back.
don't tell everybody the full story. I'm the one that was watching this.
Right. Right. And I was like, because I was wondering I was like, how in the hell she got there get money? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, how in the hell did she get money? I ain't gonna lie. I was
we moved it every year. So I'm like, how is she getting the money for this? Like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
And everybody would tell me, I'm like, you lying. Like, yeah.
And then so they said, and then she said, like, he was, like, keeping them in the house, but how in the hell, why in the hell they saying that? And then she was coming and going when she wanted to. So
this was him pretty much proving that the women were not bound and held captive like they were trying to make it seem. And even if you guys seen the videos, they talked about how they left R. Kelly, and they talked about how they left when they got ready to. If you guys remember the woman who was at the radio station, she talked about how when she moved there, she left, and she used her phone to call R. Kelly. And if he answered the phone, then that was going to determine if she was going to stay or really go. And he didn't answer the phone, so she really left. So that number one proves that she had a cell phone and she could have communication with the outside world, and that she was able to leave at her free will when she wanted to, and everything like that. So this is them further trying to prove that, or this ex-boyfriend trying to further out the mama, you know, and trying to pin all of this craziness on R. Kelly. And not to say that he ain't crazy, but, you know, putting extra stuff on him.
I guess because she had kids. I don't know.
I'm saying, like, between me and you, she come home when she wants to, but I'm saying she telling the world that she was trapped in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's that crazy shit. There you go.
Maybe she forgot.
Wow, that shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. This shit is really crazy. And then they done linked up and came out, and they just, like, teamed up on his ass. Can't do nothing.
Right. And then she used to text us while she in the house and everything. She'll text me, make sure Tony and Gerald do this, take their bath, brush their teeth. Like, okay.
And then she tried to say he took their phone. All of them might be crazy for real, Tira. All of them just throwed up. All of them suffer from the same disease. You think so?
Yeah, honestly.
So again, that was her daughter, and I played this in my other video where I was showing you guys the receipts that went along with this whole Surviving Lies documentary, or Facebook page trying to expose the women in the documentary and things like that. But their Facebook page got flagged. They had text messages that was alleged to be with some of the other victims, and I guess they were going to comb one by one through each person by exposing that they were some people who were lying. Okay, so here's my issue with this, because there are so many people who are actual victims. When it comes to stuff like this, and you have people who will get fed lines or who appear to be lying and things like that, that takes away from the people who were actually victimized. Now, I don't want you guys to get me wrong. I'm not saying that R. Kelly is not wrong in any way for any of the roles that he played in this. Y'all quit to mix up people's words and intent. So I always have to be clear at what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is, if he is guilty of messing with underage girls, let his karma catch up to him. Don't make up stuff. And when I watched this documentary, there were several people who did not seem genuine to me. And then this pops up, which it shows that they possibly are not truly genuine, and that just messes it up for the people who are actually victims. Because when I watched the story, and I watched the story of Dominique, I really felt that with a passion, because I'm a mother. And as a mother, I would hate to have to go through what that mother went through. And that mother seems sincere. But when you have people like this, it discredits a lot of it, and it gives a lot of it the side eye, and it makes all of them look like liars because more of them than one of them, and even the two that I just showed here, more of them seemed not genuine than that. So it kind of messes up the whole thing for everybody. And of course, we've seen the accusations with the sex tape and that, it was alleged to be him on the tape and, everything like that. We've seen that. We know that he got married to Aaliyah when she was 15. We know that. But what I'm saying is when you have stuff like this, it just messes it up. Because a lot of the women who were crying victim were of the consenting age. It was, oh, I'm 35 or I'm 30 this and that and this and that. I got my own place that I live at, but I chose to give up my own house where I could come and go as I please to then live in this house where when I get ready to leave, I just leave because I get fed up. But I'm going to paint the narrative that I couldn't leave. And when the interviewers asked some of them like, okay, well, what happened with you and R. Kelly? Why did you do certain things? Some of their responses was, I did it because he was R. Kelly. Not, I did it because he forced me and he put a gun to my head or he made me do it. A lot of them were, I did it because he was R. Kelly. So in their mind, they had to do it, I guess, because he was R. Kelly, but not really saying that he made them do it. And then when they said that they left because they got fed up. So it appears that they could have left a long time ago. So stuff like this messes it up for the actual victims because maybe, he is doing these terrible things, but this just puts salt in the game. What do y'all think? I want to know what you guys think about it. Let's talk about it in the comments. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. But in order to do that, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button right now. I want to know a few things, though, before you do that. I want to know if you think that what this Surviving Lies Facebook page is saying is true. Because according to that page, the whole plan was to set R. Kelly up with Jocelyn Savage to extort R. Kelly. But she, in turn, did not go for that. And her parents then flipped the script and got this other girl to come along and say certain things. This is what the Surviving Lies Facebook page is saying. So I want to know, do you guys think there's any truth to that? Do you think that she went to him because she wanted to go to him and she realized that her parents wasn't right? Or do you feel like R. Kelly actually took her from her parents and, it's the other way around? What do you guys think? There was an interesting spin on my Facebook page. One of the people on my Facebook page, they commented under one of my posts, and they were like, I think that something was wrong with her home life, and she's trying to run away from whatever's going on at home. And this was before the Surviving Lies Facebook page popped up. And then later was this Surviving Lies Facebook that said that, they was trying to extort R. Kelly and all that. So I'm like, it really makes you think. But while you're thinking and while you're typing and while you're thinking about what to type in the comment section, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so that you can see more of these videos. All right, guys.